Konbanwa. Making noodles tonight. Yeah, I'm here really late because I've been super busy, and I'm sure you've noticed this lately. I haven't brought the girls to the grocery store. I can't remember the last time I went grocery shopping with the girls. It's been kind of wild. A little stressful. Had my hands full. Literally just being a dad, kind of dealing with some work stuff, busy preparing for this launch, and just being a dad. Been a pretty packed summer, let me just say that. I've been loving these smaller bananas, kind of reminiscent of Hawaii, Philippines, and the flavor is really good. And the flesh, the actual banana itself, is yellow on the inside, which I've always assumed is a sign of quality. And maybe even though these aren't organic, they're still really good. So I've been buying them lately. And it's nice to kind of grab one of these for the littles. I'm doing some green onions today. Grab these ones. Cilantro. Oh, the last organic cilantro. I'll take it. So today I'm going to do something interesting. For dinner, we're going to do noodles, but I'm doing a Korean themed noodle. I'm making up a dish. I'm not looking at any recipes. I've been doing a Taiwanese noodle dish where it's a shallot oil with scallion sauce, and I toss it with the Taiwanese noodles and put some vegetables on it. I'm going to do a Korean version where I'm going to use Korean barbecue kalbi ribs and mix it with some vegetables, and I'm gonna make up a sauce, maybe use the gochujang sauce. So of course got some cilantro and green onions for the noodle dish. I'm also gonna add some tomatoes. I love adding tomatoes to any kind of Southeast Asian noodle dish, so gonna get one of these, plus we eat these for breakfast as well. Life's been really crazy, and a lot of it stems from just parenting. I know a lot of you guys have been subscribed to us for a long time. When I say us, me and Judy, but I know there's some new subscribers. If you don't know, I'm a dad of 5 girls, so we've got our hands full. And by the way, this stuff that I'm vlogging by no means is gonna come off, hopefully, as I'm an expert parent, because even after 5 kids, and that's kind of the point of why I'm talking about this topic, I still feel like I'm learning every single day. I still get super stressed out, and sometimes I think this is something all parents can relate to. I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job, but I'd say the one thing as a parent that I'm just comfortable with is being at peace with not being the perfect parent. That is so key. I think that the closer you can get to that, the better off you will be as a parent, because why stress yourself out with not being perfect when what's more important is how do you improve? How do you get better? And even after now, almost 12 years of being a parent, I still feel like that every single day. I cannot believe they have these noodles. So we ran out of our Taiwanese noodles, and the Momofuku brand is sold here at this grocery store, which is, by the way, called Hagen's. Oh, and they have the soy and scallion noodles. I think I might just go with that. Gosh, they all sound really good. Whoa! Ooh, Hakka style noodles. I don't know what that means, but those do look good with original soy sauce. Which one's cheaper? Damn, $15.99? $8.99? Whoa, by the way, this is a weird brand to have here. This is the yakisoba brand that I grew up with. Going with the Momofuku. I've been wanting to try this. So last night, and actually I would say even just the last few weeks, Bella's been waking up in the middle of the night and just crying, and because she's crying, Leah gets up, and it's a whole thing. Leah likes her sleep. I mean, who doesn't like their sleep? But she especially likes her sleep a certain way. So then she'll come over to us, and then Bella freaks out because her sister left. And it's been making our nights very, very tough on top of everything else. And parents, you know this, and I think anybody can relate to this that's lost sleep. When you're not rested and your nights are restless, yeah, it's hard to think straight. So yeah, that's been really draining, and also just really hard on me and Judy and us as, just being a married couple. We've been getting on each other's nerves here and there. We literally had a day where I think half the day we didn't even talk to each other, which doesn't happen often, happens once in a while. After being married for over 10 years, you kind of get used to it, but you don't want it to last long. So this is one of the reasons why being a parent is all about balance. Why me and Judy try to go on date nights, but yeah, it doesn't make it easier at night or in the morning or daytime when you're very, very tired. My lucky day. One more of these. We've been eating a lot of eggs too, and we always do half-boiled eggs with our noodles. So yeah, my Korean style Taiwanese noodle dish is gonna have some eggs on it. Half-boiled eggs. Pretty dead today, which is nice for vlogging. Other than looking like a crazy person going up and down the aisles talking on camera by myself. It's easier with the girls. Oh, another thing too, you've noticed I don't bring the girls to the grocery store because in addition to restless nights, the girls just, man, they need to run out their energy. And it was nice while it lasted. And I'm sure I'll still bring them to the grocery store, but just these last few times, it's just been tough, and that's why I've been just trying to come here. I mean, this is the second time I'm here at this grocery store after 9 p.m. when the girls are kind of going down for bed. Usually I'm there playing support role or actually giving them a bath and putting them down, but I want to make Judy and I this delicious dish, so took them out to the playground. That's another thing I've been doing too, because we don't have a lot of sun here in Washington, so you got to take advantage. So every single day, I've been bringing the girls, the little ones especially, to the playground for at least 2 hours, and then that gives Judy a break. She can do whatever she needs to do. Yeah. So when I go to the grocery store, I try to get in and out, not trying to deal with putting girls in and out of the car seat, at least lately. I'm sure it'll get back there, because I do like bringing them. By the way, most underrated sparkling water is this brand right here. Oh, wait, I don't see it. Oh, no, it's right here. Whew. Right here, you guys. Sanzo. We've been loving this stuff. If you see it, try it. Everyone that's had it, including our girls, loves this. This is owned by a Asian American family. A lot of Filipino flavors. Our favorite is the yuzu and the calamansi, but they also have the lychee and the mango. Not as popular with us, but yeah, I'm gonna literally buy them all out because it's on sale. See, this is where the grocery stores trick you, because the other day the retail price was, I think, like $11.99 or even $12, and it was on sale for $3. But today it's on sale for $1 off, but the actual price is only $9.99. I swear it was more, or maybe the sale was better. I don't know.
Gluten-free, exclusive. If you're a chocolate chip cookie lover, come check out our bakery today for chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, look at this. It's like a secret coupon or something. Sanzo $1 off. Told you I wasn't kidding. Buying all of them. Now, one challenge you do have that's unique to having lots of kids, at least for us, we try to give every kid a little bit of our time every single day. Naturally, the little ones are gonna get the majority of our time. Hence, I spend at least a couple hours with them in the evening at the playground. I literally run around with them, play with them. But the older ones, partly because they're independent, they want to do other things, I don't get to spend a lot of time with them. So it's been tough too. I think that's one of the things that's eating at me a little bit. Even though, like I said, I'm at peace with not being perfect as a parent, I still feel I'm lacking. I've literally only got so much time in the day. I mean, you could say realistically 8 hours of my day, because I'm working. 8 hours are working out. The other 8 hours I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm running errands, trying to take care of the other kids, and so the older ones don't get as much time with us. This is why I do the daddy-daughter days, but lately we haven't been doing them this whole year. So yeah, it's something that's important to us, that we do, but we don't always get to it. And I saw this video yesterday. I don't know if we should show it here, but it was a man talking as a father, and he was saying, remember, whatever you do say to your kids, especially the last thing you say to them, make it something positive, positive affirmations or something wise or something kind, because whatever you say to them at night is what they go to sleep with, and oftentimes is what's kind of instilled in them in terms of their perspective of you. And that kind of hit me really hard, so I immediately go upstairs. I'm hugging them, I'm kissing them and saying goodnight, which I always do, but it was a little bit different, and it just made me think about, you know, the other side of parenting. I'm on a mission to find the other flavor. They have a yuzu flavor that they ran out of. Let's see. She said look all the way back here. All right. Well, the lady said there's all kinds of other brands maybe, but not the Sanzo. Have you tried this one, the Waterloo? By the way, one of the reasons I like the Sanzo is because it's got no artificial ingredients. It's just fruit juice and citric acid, I believe. So it seems pretty clean and healthy. So the other side of parenting. I grew up with a dad that was very disciplined, a lot of rules. So naturally, me as a parent, as a father, I want to be the disciplinarian. I want to be strict. I want to have boundaries. But the other side of parenting, which I think is really, really important, and I think as a society we're learning maybe is more important than the other side. You can't have the other side though without the discipline. The other side is just the love part, the affection part. And being a father of girls for me has made it way easier. But sometimes when you're stressed out, you're tired, you're busy, you're like all over the place, you're juggling a whole bunch of things, literally juggling, you know, work stuff and, you know, being husband things and parent things, that part gets lost. And when I saw that video, it really just reminded me, sometimes you gotta slow down and smell the roses, or in this case, just have a regular conversation. I'm still a dad, but I'm not being that disciplinary dad. I'm just being a curious dad, you know? One just trying to communicate to my girls. They really do have all kinds of random brands of sparkling water everywhere. Nixie, never tried that, but I'm still looking for the Sanzo. By the way, Sanzo, I'm your biggest fan, so if somebody's watching this that works there, let's connect. Forgetting about the rules, forgetting about the chores, forgetting about the to-dos. You know, lately I've been getting on the girls' case about cleaning their room, making sure they're helping me and mommy out. And it was kind of nice, maybe because I was reminded about how my communication with them will stay with them for the rest of their life. In fact, this dad that was, I don't know, he was reading a letter or something, he started getting emotional and he was crying. Maybe because as a man, I could relate to this and I knew why he was getting emotional. He just kind of looked like a tough guy.
Doors closing in 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're really talking to me.
All purchases up to the front of the store at this time. Thank you.
As men, we remember our father's authority and voice forever. And it's a crazy when this video was playing, and of course there's emotional music, this guy's tearing up. Man, I immediately as a father thought to myself, I want to create boundaries with my girls. I want them to be raised up in a house of respect, so they respect other people, but I don't want to forget about the love, about their feelings, which is so touchy-feely, kind of not really that kind of person. But maybe especially with girls, and I can only speak about being a girl dad, of course, I don't have any sons. I think with sons to a certain degree, it's kind of the same thing. You just want them to understand that humans have feelings and you have to always consider them. And I was lucky I had great mentors that taught me about this stuff. In the midst of parenting being so difficult and life kind of throwing a few curveballs and being hard, that was a special moment for me last night. I just wanted to talk about it. And I'm back here with all the other sparkling water flavors. Maybe they don't have it, but if you see it, you guys, the Sanzo Yuzu, good stuff. All right, all done. Ready to cook some noodles. Look, more sparkling water. I'm so excited for these noodles. I've been waiting to cook these for a while, but I've been so busy. We've just been doing pasta basically last few days.
Oh, I see my father.
Thank you for helping me. Funny? Tell me that wasn't the most adorable thing ever. And what you didn't see is before I started recording, I got home after that whole speech at the grocery store about not being a perfect parent and trying to balance, being the disciplinarian as well as being affectionate. She's up past her bedtime. She's supposed to be asleep. And she does this. She tries to sneak away from mommy and do her own thing. And in the past, maybe earlier with the older girls, I would have been basically angry and I would have probably yelled. I would have told her to go to her room. And so, of course, I'm just wondering what's going on. I'm not jumping to conclusions. And it's summer. She don't got school or anything like that. We do have church in the morning. But the reason I'm telling this story is because I just hesitated. I said, I'll just see what's going on. And I heard this huge scream, "Daddy!" She comes running down the stairs. She opened the door. I was in the bathroom. And so she wanted to go outside. And then right when I got out of the bathroom, she just gave me the biggest hug ever. And the tightest too. And Leah's got attitude. She's a personality. And I'm not kidding you. She says, "I love you. Daddy, I love you." That is what I live for. And that is what I'm talking about. Now, of course, with the little ones, any parent knows that's got little ones or has gone through that phase. Nothing really phases them, and they're just always kind of lovey-dovey. I don't know, maybe your kids are different, but all of my girls kind of had that. It just kind of speaks to that point about knowing when to turn off the disciplinarian, especially as a father, being authoritative and being the kind of boundaries guy versus just kind of being chill. That's how I would explain. Being chill, being cool. No dads are really cool to their daughters, but you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, of course, I soaked that up 100%. And then she wanted to help me with the groceries. She insisted on going outside, but that's what I'm talking about. This is it for us. I call Bella the fifth and final female because we have decided we're not going to have any more kids. So maybe it's the fact that this is my last chance to experience this as a dad at this age makes me want to really embrace it, take advantage of it, and just be able to experience it at the highest level, knowing that it won't last forever. And in fact, it's fleeting right now. I just thought the timing of that was very interesting considering what I'm talking about in the vlog. I'm making noodles. I hope my mic wasn't tapping the counter. Today's beer, Frem from Hood River, Oregon. I've talked about this brand before. Get a nice ice cold glass. I always love making noodles while sipping on a ice cold beer. This is a Pilsner, as it says on the bottom of the can. I love how just plain Jane the design is of the can. I don't know about you. I just think it's cool that different beer companies have different types of brands, and it's just fun seeing can colors. This one's pretty basic, kind of my vibe. This is a very good beer. Cheers. Cheers to being a father, which for me, of course, second to being married to Judy, is the greatest thing ever. I love having 5 girls. It is the thing I'm most proud of, more than anything. It is the thing that I feel like I can honestly flex. I don't try to show it off, but I don't hesitate to talk about how proud I am to be a father of girls. Being a girl dad is awesome. So cheers to all the parents out there. Cheers to people that want to be parents. Cheers to everybody that is a father like me trying to figure it out. And cheers especially to the girl dads out there. Time to make some noodles. First thing I'm cooking up is the eggs. Gonna make half-boiled eggs, 5 minutes in boiling hot water, and then right into the ice bath. Very easy, great addition to any noodle dish, including ramen. So another thing that's been happening in our parenting lives, sometimes the girls convince us to sit in this little chair and just sit there until they fall asleep, which is super unnecessary, but also is kind of cute and adorable because this is the secret. Judy's in there right now. I've been insisting that we don't do this anymore, even though, to be frank, it was my idea. I don't know why Judy's in there because we stopped doing it for the last 3 or 4 days. For me, it was an easy way to get them to go down on their own. Over the course of the last, I want to say 2 or 3 months that we were doing it, I just enjoyed hearing them talk to each other, just talk to themselves, their cute little voices. And as I mentioned earlier, this is my last run. This is our last opportunity to really soak it all in. I think both Judy and I are doing it, but this is definitely not something I would recommend to parents. We didn't do it with any of the other girls for the last week. They were totally okay with it. I just say, hey, you need to go to bed. One thing I do though with the girls, and this really calms them down. So I'm sharing this experience because maybe it'll work for you. Read them books. We did this with all the girls, especially these girls, and something calms them down. So try to avoid YouTube, TV, movies, anything digital. Let them read books with you. It got to a point where they just enjoyed holding the books and looking at the pictures and pointing to whatever they understood. But yeah, reading. But this is also kind of fun too. But she's been in there for 30 minutes, so I'm seeing if she's hungry. Let's see. She said she's hungry. Time to cook up these Korean style Taiwanese squiggly noodles from Momofuku. Carrots are in a lot of Korean dishes. Actually, I mean like in a lot of dishes, period. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it really, really thin, and then I'm just gonna slightly cook it to soften it up. But I'm trying to make some really thin strips of carrots. That's what I'm going for right there. I'm using some avocado oil, not too much. Got the heat on medium high. I'm gonna use a little bit of sesame oil, just a little bit, not too much. I'm just barely cooking these, not even too much. I'm just gonna soften them up. In Japan, they have this dish called kimpita. Kind of want that flavor profile. Maybe a little soy sauce on there. That's it. Honestly, that is all I'm gonna do. Turn off the heat. That's it. And let the residual heat finish cooking. See, I want them to keep its shape, but soften enough so that there's really no bite to it. Green onions. Separate the whites from the green tips. I am not going to be cooking these, but I will be letting them mix with the really hot noodles right when they're done and hoping that they soften up a little bit. The green tips I will sprinkle on top at the very, very end. Cilantro. I just love cilantro on my noodles. And correct me if I'm wrong, my Korean viewers is not very Korean. I don't know. I can't recall ever seeing cilantro in any Korean dishes. Tomatoes, also not really something you'd find in a lot of noodle dishes, but I like the umami of the tomatoes. I'm just gonna cut these guys super thin. Boom, my toppings. These are the Kalbi ribs I was talking about. They've been marinating for a while, so I'm gonna grill these up, and then this will be my protein, other than the eggs, of course. Dun, 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 dun. Just cut up a couple of these guys. The rest is for me. Don't worry, I'm gonna eat all the stuff around the bone too later. Well, don't you worry. I eat it all. 3 minutes. Some extra shallot oil. Woo! Gochujang paste. Just a little bit. Maybe a lot. Get a little bit of this in there. This is the noodle water. Boom. Let it do its thing for a second. All right, there you go. My experimental noodles. I don't know how this is gonna taste. I'm just gonna have a bite of the egg first. It's an egg. The sweetness of the kalbi with the spicy, savory oiliness of the noodles with the freshness of those toppings. That's what I'm obsessed with right now when it comes to these type of noodles. I haven't even tried these carrots. First time I put carrots into a noodle dish like this. Let's see how it is. Oh my gosh, Judy's gonna love this. Judy ended up going to sleep. I was hoping we would get to hang out, but like I said, we're both super tired. She deserves to go to sleep and rest. Long days right now, especially when the girls aren't in school. They got activities. They want our attention. They especially want to hang out and get mommy's attention. I'm sure parents, married, can relate to this. Less time for mommy and daddy to hang out. That's just life. All right, I'm gonna cook this for Judy in the vlog. Go check it out. It's Judy's Life. I always have the links down below. I'm sure most of you guys know where to find our vlog. Wow. See, I told you I'd eat everything.